Morning, boys and girls. Today we are in the graveyard having a bit of a summery stroll. I've just come from the doctor's surgery with another sick note to last a month, so I've just come back off holiday as well. I had a week away in Great Yarmouth. Call it a holiday, a mental health break, a mental health detox, a sabbatical, a vacay, whatever you want to call it. I spent a week by the coast, and it was gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, it was lovely. I travelled down on the Monday with little to no trouble. Check-in, bit iffy. If you saw the video from that day, you'll know it was a bit iffy checking in. Not gonna lie. Little baby. We're trying to see if we can spot any of the baby leverets today, because there should be baby bunnies all over this place. So Monday the check-in was all right. It was kind of okay. Tuesday, I went to Amazonia, which is a zoo in Cromer, and then scoped over to Cromer itself. Wednesday, I did the Clipper top roof, half-roofed bus to Hemsby, which was also nice. Then on Thursday, I had just a chillax. Went to Sea Life, Model Village. Just a really chilled day. And then I checked out of the Majestic. Friday afternoon, I hadn't gone home. I'd actually checked into another place, and I'd checked into the Nelson. I had a friend came down, and we decided, you know what, we're going to stay the weekend. So we checked into the Nelson on Friday. And it was a very smooth check-in, lovely staff, and was a great hotel, great room. Room was amazing. Had a sea view of the great big Yarmouth Wheel. It was in a prime location. Couldn't have asked for a better location when it came to the room. The first night was horrendous. There was a guy in the room next door, and his snoring, I'm sure it can be heard from 2 or 3 rooms around him. We didn't sleep until 4:30 in the morning. This guy's snoring was prolific. It was consistently constant and incredibly loud. His wife actually woke him up a couple of times. You could hear him telling him to roll over and everything. So by about 4:30 that morning, we finally fell asleep. Was not a good night's sleep at all. Just not good. Friday night, we'd actually gone to the Empire to go see a band, and they were amazing. I've forgotten the name of the band, but they did Oasis, Seahorses, Coral, did loads of kind of classic Brit music. It was really good. Like, I'm talking like really amazing. And then we had like a semi early night. The next day we got up. We had a bit of a lie-in, if I'm honest. We didn't really get up till 10 because obviously we were incredibly sleep deprived from the snoring guy. Then we went and had a walk, had some breakfast at Christopher's. Amazing breakfast. Apart from the screaming kids in there, was perfectly fine. Christopher's is a little place just along the main promenade as you get to the top of Regent Street by the sea end. And if you go in there, it's really nice. I think their small breakfast, like £7. Very reasonably priced as well. They allow dogs. So if you've got a pooch and you need somewhere to go, they allow doggies. We went down Regent Street, did a bit of shopping. My friend needed to pick up a kind of jumper because it was a little bit chilly in the evenings. And he hadn't brought a coat with him. Friday night, the entire town just fog, mist. The entire town was swamped in it. Everybody else was seeing the Aurora Borealis. We were seeing fog central and mist central. I don't think Yarmouth saw any of it. And then after we'd had breakfast, like I said, we went for a wander, and then after we went for a wander, we ended up back at the hotel. And then we went to the indoor golfing at the whatever the indoor golfing is. We did that. I won. And then we went on to the Wellington Pier. Had some fun at the Wellington Pier doing some racing and stuff like that. I did some of the amusements, arcade stuff. After that, we then went into the Wellington bowling bar and had a drink in the bar. I had some nachos. That was really good. Then we ended up back at the hotel. We had a bit of a sabbatical at the hotel for a bit. Then we got changed and got ourselves ready for the evening. So the evening's entertainment was, we went again to the Empire, which is a venue where you get free entertainment and you can have food and drinks there. It's actually run by the people that own the Hippodrome Circus. So we went there, and we it was called the Boston Tea Party. They did rock and indie covers. It was okay. It wasn't as good as the first night, I must admit. I did prefer the music and the singer from the first night, but you know, it's free entertainment anyway. All you do is pay for drinks and your food. You don't even pay an entry fee, which is pretty good as well. So we did all of that, and then after that we went to Long John's bar, had a couple of drinks there, had a little bit of a shimmy, a bit of a boogie, and then we went home, and then that was it. That was the holiday. Sunday morning we got up, checked out, went for breakfast at McDonald's, went to a couple of shops that I wanted to get a couple of bits before I left, and then we checked out, and then we came home yesterday. So about yesterday lunchtime I got home. So, and then this morning I've gone to the doctor's. I've lost my voice a bit. I think that's from the when you're singing along with the bands at the weekend. And then I've come back, I unpacked, and I just chilled out for the rest of yesterday afternoon. I caught up on things like Eurovision and that one the night before, watched a bit of telly, and had an early night, to be honest. I'm quite tired and drained. A holiday, as much as it is a mental health break, it is also quite tiring as well. I found it quite tiring, the walking and the heat. The last couple of days, it was blissfully hot. Don't get me wrong, I love sun on a holiday, but for me, it was maybe a little much. I'm not overly a big fan of like heat, but it was good. The only thing I have now is what they call the summer blues. I've been on holiday in the sun and had fun, and then I've come back to Swaffham, to somewhat dreary Swaffham. It's not hot, it's not sunny, and I kind of feel like I'm missing that holiday feeling. Like it's that lull after like you come home. The same lull as like you get Christmas and then you get like the lull. That kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. You like celebrate Christmas and then you get that lull. You celebrate New Year, you get the lull of feeling a bit ugh. Now I'm getting it after being on holiday, that kind of missing the whole missing the whole feeling that you had on holiday, that, you know, the good vibes, if you want to call it, I'm not exactly sure feeling, but yeah, it yeah, I feel a bit down. I feel a bit low. I am still currently signed off sick with depression, low mood, and that kind of thing. So, I was always going to go back to feeling like this. A holiday can only perk you up for so long. You can't consistently be that happy and that jolly and having all that fun. You have to come back to a bit of normality and a bit, I suppose you could call it mundane. But I'm going to cheer myself up. I'm going to have a walk around the charity shops because obviously haven't been around for a week or two now. So I'm gonna pop to the charity shop, see if I can pick up any new bits to sell on Vinted. Check the sale rails and everything. And then I'm gonna have maybe a bite to eat and maybe a hot drink. I'm quite cold. I don't know why. I think I might be coming down with a cold. I do feel a bit under the weather and I've got a stonking headache that won't seem to go. Maybe that's from catching too much sun yesterday. When you're on the buses and that, you do get awfully warm, and it was overly hot yesterday. So, or maybe it's just a combination of being a bit drained from an entire week on a holiday. Because as much as a holiday could also be relaxing, it's also draining because although you're on holiday, wherever you're going, you want to do all the stuff. You want to walk up and down the beach. You want to go swimming. You want to go to the entertainment. You want to be like constantly doing stuff. Although it's a holiday, you still end up constantly being on the move, which kind of counteracts the fact of like having a holiday and chilling out and stuff, because you really don't. In fact, you probably do more on a holiday than you do just being at home. You seem to do twice as much stuff in a very small amount of time and practically wear yourself out. And it's meant to be a holiday, so yeah, I kind of feel that lull. But I'll go to a couple of charity shops, I'll have a bite to eat. I am awfully tired from not sleeping that one night. That's really affected me like immensely, being like overtired to like extreme tired. Yeah, we had about 3 hours sleep that night. That was the worst sleep I've ever had. And although it kind of spoiled the trip, the hotel, the room, the night porter that let us in, bless his heart. We woke up the night porter at about 3 a.m. and his little face was like, "Good morning." It's like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, it's 3 a.m., but we were having too much of a whale of a time to do it. But you have to wake the night porter to be able to get in." And unfortunately, we had to wake him. So as much as I feel bad for him, we were having quite a good time. So, but yeah, definitely. I know I didn't sleep. Excuse the peacock. I know I didn't sleep, but I would still rate the hotel a good 4 out of 5 stars. The Majestic that I stayed in, although this time was better, it's not a 5-star place. It's not even a 4-star place. The fact I can get in my room for like 20 minutes to half hour, and then it just consistently had problems with the telly. The remote didn't have batteries in. It was quite bad. The only solace of that is that it was £15 a night and I didn't pay a huge amount to stay there. The sleep and everything else was fine. It was just little bits within the room that either need upgrading or they needed sorting. And yeah, it was an okay hotel. I would probably say it's maybe a 3 out of 5. Maybe a 3 out of 5. And I would rate the Nelson not far off a 5. Had I have had a good night's sleep, I'd have probably given it 5 stars. The only reason I didn't is because the rooms are incredible. Either he snored incredibly loudly or the rooms are incredibly thin. The only way I would know that would be staying again. And I've stayed in the Nelson a few times and I've never heard a neighbour so loudly in all my life. Whether it was because he was snoring, because the rest of the day I didn't hear anything from next door. But the snoring that night was so bad. His wife was waking him up to be like roll over sort of thing, and we could hear them talking once he was woken up, and basically it died off and then it would start up again. So but yeah, Nelson was definitely a 4, and Majestic 2.5, maybe a 3, based on my thing. And I do review them. I review them on booking.com. I'm a Genius level 3 booker, which means when I get to hotels I get special treatments, upgrades, drinks on arrival, free breakfasts, that kind of thing, for reviewing them. It's kind of like a little perk of using booking.com, basically an incentive. Like this time I got a special serum. When I was in the Majestic, I got an upgrade both times that I've stayed so far. When I was in the Carlton, I also got a room upgrade. So I do get a lot of special perks wherever I stay. But yeah, just wanted to do a video, bit of a wrap up from my holiday. You know, put things in perspective, that although a holiday is great, you do end up coming back to the mental health that you're left with, because it doesn't go away, it just masks it for a bit. But I'm gonna go check out some charity shops. I'm gonna have something to eat and drink, gonna go home, gonna do the washing, and yeah, lovely plane. I've also got some footage of a peacock coming up as well, that I took at the doctor's surgery this morning. I managed to get the peacock doing all its fancy stuff. So yeah, ever been to a doctor's surgery with its own peacocks? I have. Oh, I ain't got no duckies. I have to go down to the pond and see all the little ducklings. There are some in my back garden at the minute, but there you go. Here's some duckies. But if you want to like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Thumbs it up. Support the channel. PayPal, Super Chat, Super Thanks. Become a member. Fund my next holiday. I'm going in October. Although I am going away for my birthday in June, but we were only going up to Norwich for the weekend. So if you want to drop a bone for a drink or something for the end of June for my birthday, I will do a live stream on my birthday. We're going to the Royal Norfolk Show. So I might do a live stream from the Royal Norfolk Show while we have lunch. That could be kind of cool. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. And remember, take care of your mental health. Thanks for watching.